In today's video, we're going to cover day 2 of our road trip down to St. George. Day 1 is where we began, and we drove down to Meadow, Utah and played in the hot springs there, and then stayed overnight in a hotel in Fillmore. Today, we're going to be driving from that hotel in Fillmore down to a creamery in Beaver, Utah, and then we continue on down to our condo in St. George where we stay for 4 days. The red lines and markers on this map show all of the other adventures that we've experienced here in Utah in our Tesla Model S. If you're interested in seeing any of these prior videos, then feel free to click on the card that will pop up in the corner now, and that is a playlist of all of our Utah adventures. After leaving the Creamery in Beaver, Utah, we then continue down I-15 to St. George. We hang out at the park here that is a fun Ninja Warrior course for a bit, and then we head over to our condo. And this is where we spend the next couple of days. It's the next morning, and I'm checking on the car, making sure everything's looking good, and I'll show you the charge state. This is where we charged up last night, and looking inside, the car charged up to, right here you can see the car charged up to 90%, and then it had a little bit of depletion of the battery from just sitting overnight, and put 52 kilowatt hours into the battery. Now we are still going to be here for a little bit longer, a few more hours. Our plan is that we're going to be leaving here at 11 a.m. So I'm going to schedule this to depart at 11, and then we will set the limit to 100%. And so with this now, it will depart, it'll be ready and charged up to 100% by 11 a.m. We just barely woke up and we're already going swimming because that's what you do when you're in a hotel, right? Girls, how's the hot tub? Great? Yeah. Is it as hot as the hot springs yesterday?
Yeah.
It's definitely a lot hotter, huh?
Yeah. And the cold one, it's so cold.
Is it?
Yeah.
Especially after you get in the hot tub. Yeah?
Yeah.
You didn't? You did? Oh yeah, you went in the hot springs with me. Yeah, yesterday. Okay, jump! Yeah! Do it again! Jump! Are you getting in? Okay. Are you having fun? Yeah. Did it, did it, did it, did it, did it, did it. Alright, we are all packed up and we're heading out to the car. We're gonna take off, I just have to check out. We're just packing up the car, and we have far less stuff on this trip than other trips because we're not camping on this trip, so we don't have to have the tent and a lot of the sleeping bags and whatnot. Then we're gonna go explore a little bit more this morning and then head down to St. George. Talking about the charging, I had scheduled the car to be ready to leave by 11 a.m. and it is 10:47, and the car is currently at 98%. So I think it will achieve that, but we're not gonna wait, we're just gonna take off. We ended up being here long enough to get up to 99%, and so we're going to unplug and get on the road. Girls, are you excited? More driving today? You don't look very excited.
Yeah.
That's what I was looking for, Lucy. Show me that smile. All right. Our drive from Fillmore to the Creamery in Beaver, Utah was 51 minutes and consumed 29% of our battery. We drove for 58 miles, which consumed 22.31 kilowatt hours at 386 watt hours per mile, or 79.6% efficiency. At retail rates of electricity in Utah, that would have cost us $2.43. And at this point in our trip, we stop at the Creamery in Beaver, Utah. Clara, what did you get? Squeaky cheese! Are you girls milking the cow?
Yeah. It's turning into this black food.
Yeah?
I'm trying to get it.
It's too tall. All right, we are done at the Creamery. Had some fun, got some squeaky cheese and some other things. And now we are gonna get back in the car and we're gonna head down to our place in St. George where we're gonna be staying. Girls, what did you think of the Creamery? Yum. Oh, you got some gum. Clara, what did you think? Was that fun? Yeah. It was good. Let's see what the battery's at. All right, it's at 69%. And navigating to our next destination, we have 112 miles to go. It's estimating that we will arrive there with 23% on the battery. So we are up here in Beaver, Utah, and we're going to be coming down I-15 and stop here in St. George. After we get to St. George, I'm going to be dropping Jessica and the girls off at the place we're staying at, and then I'll be going to the supercharger down there in St. George to get the car charged back up. Let's get started. Typically, when we're coming through Beaver, we stop at this supercharger right here. You can see there are 8 supercharger stalls there. But because we just stopped in Fillmore overnight and charged up at the hotel, we don't need to stop at the supercharger. Driving from Beaver to St. George used 35% of the battery to go 100 miles, which was 28 kilowatt hours or 277 watt hours per mile, which comes to 111% efficiency. That's uncommonly high efficiency, and the main reason is that the elevation goes down 3,027 feet. The condo that we were staying in on this trip was not available at this time as we were pulling into St. George. So to kill some time, we went to a nearby park that is a cool obstacle slash race course, kind of like American Ninja Warrior for kids. And we hung out there playing for a good hour or two. And during that time, Jessica took the Tesla to the store to get some food and other supplies for the next couple of days that we were going to be staying in St. George. Currently, we are 20 minutes away from our destination in St. George, and this is what the view looks like. It's pretty cool here. We've arrived at a park where we're going to be hanging out for a little while until the house that we're staying in is ready. And this over here is the park. It looks pretty cool. Got a running wall to do corners and other obstacles to climb around and balance on. What do you think, Clara? Is this fun? Good climbing. Here's the obstacle course portion of the park. And then over here is a big old hillside with slides on it. Takes advantage of this natural ravine right next to it. And they've got fun equipment and some netting here for kids to climb on. And then going next to it is a bike path. There's what at the bottom?
Sand.
Sand?
Yeah, sand.
Wow. Whoa, that's a fast slide. Wow.
Ow.
After having lots of fun playing at the Ninja Warrior Park, we then headed to the condo, which took 9% of our battery to go the 16 miles, using 7 kilowatt hours or 432 watt hours per mile, which translates to 71% efficiency. We've just arrived at the house we're staying at here in St. George, and it looks like we arrived with 22% on the battery. This is what our energy looks like over the last 30 miles, and this is the neighborhood we're in. It's a fun Airbnb type rental. We'll be here for the next couple of days. What do you think, Lydia? Did you have a good nap? Yeah?
Yeah.
Are you excited for this trip?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's gonna be great.
Daddy, want a piggyback ride?
So I investigated our charging options here at the house that we're staying in, and you can see the open garage behind me actually has a fun play area in it. So they have a ping pong table here and some couches and lounge chairs. This right here is the door into the main part of the house. And coming in here, right around the corner is their washing machine and dryer. And conveniently, their dryer doesn't even utilize their NEMA 1430 outlet. So conveniently, I think I will be able to use this plug in here to charge the car. So I'll get it plugged in and see if it works. Oh, and I should also add that it's always a good idea to check the circuit breaker. Right here is the circuit that the dryer has designated to it. You can see that right here because it says dryer. And so it's a 30 amp circuit, which is what I would expect. Here's our extension cord. That's what we're going to be using right now. All right, I've gotten all the parts out of the frunk that I need to charge. So we have right here the 30-foot extension cord, and this has the NEMA 1450 outlet type on the end. And then over here we have the mobile charger that came with our Tesla. This is the 40 amp Gen 1, and this has the NEMA 1450 plug on the end. And then over here we have a NEMA 1430 plug that adapts to a NEMA 1450 outlet. So we're going to be plugging this end into the dryer outlet, and then we'll plug the extension cord in here and then the EVSE into the extension cord. Let's go try it out. All right, I've got all the wires plugged in, and this is the moment of truth where we plug in the car and make sure it works. But first, what we need to do is turn down the amperage that the car is going to pull, because the car will pull up to 40 amps, and the outlet, we can only actually let it pull up to 24 amps. This is a 30 amp circuit, as we already verified, and you're only supposed to pull a maximum of 80% of a circuit's maximum load for continuous periods of time. So to do that, we switch over here and we click on this lightning bolt icon, and then we come down here to this set limit right there, and we just lower that down to 24. And this is where it'd be nice if we could just type in a number. There we go. All right, let's try this out. Down on the serve. Yeah, there we go. It's charging. Let's just double check what the car shows. We are charging at 238 volts, 24 amps, 6 kilowatts. So to get up to 90%, it is going to take 9.5 hours. And we're going to be here a lot longer than that, so that won't be a problem. But that's cool. We're not going to end up needing to go to the supercharger that is nearby. As you can see, there's plenty of excess cord. It's going right here underneath the car. And then coming here, we have it going into the extension cord, around into the house, and then over here into the laundry room, and around into the back, and plugged into the outlet right there. This house has a really cool pool area, so we're going to go check it out. Conveniently for us, the pool is directly across the street and just 2 houses away. And we were able to go over there pretty much right away after we arrived at the condo, and all of the kids were super excited to go swimming at this cool pool. And here is the pool area. This is of course part of the HOA, the clubhouse of this neighborhood. This is a really nice setup. Hey Clara, are you having a good time? Yeah. Hey Lydia, are you having fun? Are you having fun, Lucy? Alright, so we've been plugged in here at the house for a couple of hours. It's now 8:16 p.m. and the car is at 47%. And it's charging at 6 kilowatts still, and it's estimating that it will be 6 more hours until it gets up to 90%. And that will be just in the middle of the night, so we'll have plenty of excess time. And this type of charge, this speed of charge works perfectly fine for an overnight charge, even if we arrive here and the battery's completely dead and we're going to completely full, which we've done before on other trips. So if you ever go on a trip and you're going to be staying at an Airbnb or something, or somebody else's house, maybe a friend or family, we've done this many times where we just have our 30-foot extension cord plus the 20-foot EVSE cord that the car comes with, and we're often able to plug in many varied locations, and we have various adapters as well, and that enables us great flexibility. So even though there is a supercharger in town, in this case, we're not actually needing to go and take the time to sit there and wait for the car to charge up. We're just doing it here at the house, and it's working great. I hope this has been useful to see exactly what a Tesla is capable of in this situation, and we're going on this trip. We're going to be doing more things throughout, and I'll be making some more videos as we go throughout the rest of this trip. If you're interested in following that series, then feel free to subscribe to my channel. Also click that bell notification and change it to all, so you'll make sure to get notified when I upload new videos. And with that, thanks for watching.